thy knife chip and shatter.
May thy knife chip and shatter.
At 8 PM last night, it happened. Dragon's Dogma 2 released on Steam for the world to enjoy. I'm going to talk about the game's current situation and current flaws later in this video. Don't worry, just figured I'd focus on the good first. I gleefully opened Steam and downloaded that bad boy, and once it was done, I was ready to insert my previously created character from the demo. Yes, I used someone's Paul Atreides preset. I've recently been on a Dune bender, and Dune 2 changed my life, as I'm sure it changed yours. Anyway, I've come to you today to give a little review of my first few hours of the game, and man, it's everything I wanted it to be. At the time I'm recording this, I haven't even gotten very far, only just reaching the city, but I can already tell I'm probably going to sink a stupid amount of hours into this one. The things that can occur in the world they've created here are insane. I adore that feeling games give you when you see something so incredibly unique to the game you're playing while also being completely missable, something that you might not see until a second playthrough, and it gives you that thought of like, whoa. I've already seen clips on Twitter of a troll tripping over and making a bridge for you, like come on, that's so cool. The situation wasn't optional, but blowing up this natural dam and the waves washing away the troll I just murdered really made my night. My man is gone, bro. And the combat. Sure, it's just more Dragon's Dogma, but oh boy is that a good thing. I love me a good third-person action RPG game that has the sauce. The whole climbing your enemies things reminds me a lot of Shadow of the Colossus, and that's one of my favorite games ever. Like, even the stabbing animation gives me Wander flashbacks. And judging how quests, enemies, and bosses work in general, just giving tons of freedom to the player, it's very likely you're gonna see some wacky-ass shit on many a playthrough. While I was playing, just randomly doing some side activity, a griffin decided to dive bomb us out of nowhere, and then after battling it for a little bit, I managed to get it over to a river, and after beating the shit out of its head repeatedly, it fell into the water, and then like the river Styx fucking pulled it down into hell. Also, the game is just beautiful, I love the vibes, and yeah, I can't wait to see what else it has to offer in the many hours I'm gonna put into it. Now we talk about the bad. I'm sure you're aware, but the game launched with a shit-ass PC port. Now, I'm not surprised. Thank you, Capcom. But this has led to tons of negative reviews on the Steam version of the game. Personally, the game ran fine. I don't know if I just got lucky or, you know. But yeah, I tuned into some streams last night to see the game crash multiple times with horrible frame rates on pretty high-end PCs. Now, in my experience, I was able to run the game in 4K, with ray tracing, max settings, and only get a crash once and a tiny bit of frame drops once I got to the city. I don't know what I did to get on the Capcom God's good side, but it honestly makes me sad. I'm enjoying this game a lot, and that's only because I got lucky with my performance, and it's a damn shame to see all the negativity surrounding the game online because of the PC port. Don't get me wrong, the hate is completely deserved, but man, under all that port filth is really an incredible game. Oh yeah, also there's microtransactions, but they're similar to Devil May Cry's in that they're completely optional time savers. Everything in them can be acquired in-game. Personally, and I understand this might upset some people, but I don't care. Capcom has been doing this forever in Monster Hunter, Devil May Cry, and recently Resident Evil 4 Remake, and when those games came out, not a single soul complained about them online. Now, my current working theory is that because those games launched with good PC ports, nobody even noticed or cared. This might sound stupid, but I'm like 90% positive that had this game launched with a perfect PC port, you would not be seeing the current outrage because of the microtransactions. I get it. Microtransactions are bad for gaming as a whole, and continued implementation of them sets a bad precedent. But it's just silly to me that Dragon's Dogma 2 is getting destroyed for these practices that Capcom has been using forever. And no one batted an eye because you didn't need to buy them. They were time savers, and they still are. Anyway, when the game works, it's really good, but for the time being, I'd say maybe wait for a patch or something along the lines of that. Because right now, for most people, if you don't get lucky, it seems to just be a toss in the bucket for if your game will run well, even on recommended or above the recommended hardware. But yeah, that's about it. Bye-bye. Hey there. So originally I was going to give away a copy of Dragon's Dogma 2 on Steam to somebody, but I don't really feel like buying another copy of the game because, you know, state that it's in right now, and also that is expensive. So I figured, because Stardew Valley 1.6 just came out and I'm enjoying the hell out of that game, I will give it to somebody. If you watch the video up until this point, that means you're special. And if you comment down below, hey, I'll take the copy. If you're the first person to do it, I will get in touch with you and then maybe add you on Steam. I don't know. Whatever you want to do works. And yeah, thank you.